It's 23rd of May 2023, this week 21 of the year, and here is the rack that we are going to use, or we are already using for the experiment with electroculture. So there's no electroculture devices like Lakowski coil or magnets yet. But last few weeks we put 3 batches of acacia seeds. Put 3 batches of acacia seeds because it sprouts correctly all together. So first we sprouted those that was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, these ones. And so these sprouted first, and you can see some leaves are appearing and they're growing quite fine. And then this was the next batch, which were sprouted later. Already some of them are showing some leaves here or here. They're still getting out. And then the last batch was planted just a few days ago on the 13th of January, 19th of January, and already we can see some pushing through, which is quite nice. And so here we have we watch how they sprout, and the first that sprout, the fastest growing ones, will be control group, and then we will use magnets and Lakowski coil for the ones that are lagging, that sprout later on, and we will see if those ones will catch up to the ones that sprouted first. So that will be basically the experiment. And then so we'll divide them into groups, and we'll just compare growth of those without any electroculture devices with those that have electroculture devices. And so I'll show you how the rack works. So we have 4 racks with 50 plants in each rack, and the lights they are normal lights from the hardware store. They have a tricolor LED, so that means it has a fairly full spectrum lights. So it has a kind of warm light and cold light as well. So when they are flicked properly, they produce 18 watts each, and there are 2 of those lights shining and providing lights to each of the racks. So the rack is on this little device here that you can lift up and move down and set it, to the height as needed. So I don't want to put it too, lucky they survived, too low, because they will dry the leaves, and I don't want to put it too high because the light will not be sufficient for growth. And so far the plants don't seem to be growing too lanky, and it seems like there is enough light for them. All right, so later we'll be adding these electroculture devices. So Lakowski coil. So I made the coil in proportion to the pot, so it fits properly around each plant. Plus, I used small magnets. They are very strong magnets. They are tiny, but for the little seedlings, they should be sufficient, even though it's far from the strength that what's his name? The angry photographer, not Kevin, what's his name? I forgot, the apophasia, Theoria apophasia recommended. Ken Wheeler, yes, Ken Wheeler. And Yeah, so these are much smaller, but I think in proportion to the seedlings, they should be fine, especially because they are very, very strong for this size of magnets. All right, so but that we'll be doing tomorrow when I'll show you a spreadsheet with groups and where we decide which plants are big enough to be control groups and which ones will be using electroculture devices. Cool. Thanks for watching.